Hi, Ravi.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Long time. Haven't had a chat.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Thank you so much for agreeing to run a testimonial with us. So, Ravi, tell us a little bit about yourself first before we get into the actual your property that you purchased with us.
Yeah, definitely. So, myself, Ravi, and me and my wife definitely moved in Australia around 7 or 8 years ago. And then we heard about the FMRE from one of our friend, and then we were not sure how to buy the property, and we didn't have any idea initially. But we thought, let's move on. Now it's been almost six at that time, probably around 5 or 6 years in Australia, and we thought, now that's let's move further. We don't know how the investment journey is going to be. Then yeah, we meet Anubhav first, and Anubhav show us different option how to go from start to end. And we thought, okay, let's take a chance first because we were not sure how to start. So yeah, Anubhav help us actually through different options, and then we thought, okay, now let's explore some option, and then we decide on that. Yeah, that was the first interact with Anubhav.
Awesome. So, obviously, you live in Victoria, right? And
Yes.
you own your home.
Yeah.
When you came here, after that, it's a natural progression for a lot of people, first-time investors, or someone who's new to the country, who after living here for a while, looking to buy investment properties. Didn't you think of actually buying something around you where you were living rather than actually using a buyer's advocate?
I got many calls before as well,
Yeah.
with especially with house and land package at that time,
Yeah.
especially. And I was thinking to buy at that time because I wasn't sure just to near to my area, so I know okay how to I can easily manage it. But then somehow I went for some of the expo and I met you guys as well at that time, and that at that time I thought, nah, that's a different approach, and probably bet rather than buying house and land package, I'll go with this new strategy which can give me more growth. So we can buy it probably at that time. I hope I have bought two properties at that time, but I didn't. But it was my first experience. But yeah, and then the main thing is, and then when we met you guys, then you gave us different option. We can buy in Queensland or some South Australia or NSW, different options you gave us to us. And based on that, okay, and at that time, obviously, we were not sure how to proceed. So you help us, especially to how to see the property, like and the pest control, building inspection, and everything. And we didn't know much about at that time, and we didn't have any contacts as well. But definitely, FMRE help us from the start process how to contact them. And obviously, I only had 10 minutes, I think, initially with one of your colleague at that time, and he showed me, okay, Ravi, this is perfect as per my requirement. And I thought, okay, now let's buy it. And after that, yeah, it worked really well because it was a big decision anyhow, and I was not sure that is it going to be in a positive way or negative way, obviously. And when you are new to any country, and if you, and especially like in our background, normally we'll think that, okay, if that's a house, if you are emotionally attached, we always think as emotionally attached. But at that time I thought, no, it's not my house, it's an investment property. That was the big thing. And then we thought that, nah, this is an investment property, we don't need to think much about as we are going to live there or here, and that's okay. Just go with the experienced person, and they are doing anyhow great, and they already did many great things before, so just believe in them.
Property, three bedroom, in South Australia, regional markets, and then the property has gone up 50% in value now,
Yes.
in just less than 3 years, correct?
Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah. So yeah, it was, yeah, when I, at least, and after 1 and 2 years, I thought, no, it's growing really well, and the cash flow is also great. So me and my wife, we both are really happy with how the growth is currently. Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's three bedroom, 587 square meter, great area. Obviously, there'll always be maintenance that would come through older properties like that. How's the maintenance position right now on such properties?
For the current my property, I wouldn't say it, like hardly there are any maintenance, just sometimes just plumbing thing and here and there, but not, I would say it is just negligible to compare to the growth.
Although it is built in 1950, like a lot of people
Yes.
are fearful about buying a 1950 home, that too remotely, that too, like, not sure where it is, what it is, and then, buying something so old property,
Yeah.
but getting to the point that where in 3 years you do not have that much of issue. Plus, it's grown 50% in value. Rent's gone up as well, and the
Yes.
rental is now what, 420 right now,
420. Yes, 420.
and
Yep.
you started the rent with.
355.
So 355 to 420, that too in less than again 3 years. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
So you've had incredible. So is the property now positive gate?
Almost positive now. Yeah, yes.
Almost positive. And
Because yeah, my loan was 110%. So
mm,
obviously I bought everything from that loan. And if I compare to that to this one, now it's almost positive. Yeah.
so from 350 going all the way up to close to half, 520 right now in value, and at the same time rent going up from 370 to almost 420. That's a significant jump.
Yes,
This is
absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And now we're also talking about, expanding that cash flow position because the area is so good for short stay rentals.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that? Are you excited about that as well?
Yes, absolutely. Because now I am in definitely positive cash flow almost. So better to explore a few more option, and definitely I have the equity as well. So if I need to spend some equity from that property, I could explore that option as well.
100%. So, like, for example, we've got equity of sitting close to 200K there, and all we would possibly be needing about $30,000-$40,000, if at all that's required, just to set up the whole Airbnb for you, or
Mhm.
short stay for you. Since we manage that as well, it will become a lot more easier to see how we could turn a standard rental into, short stay holiday home style type of property, and that can give significant income. And this break even right now that you're talking about, or positive cash flow, or just turning positive cash flow, can completely expedite. So we're not selling the property, keeping the property, still there's growth in the area, and we're completely changing the cash flow. That also gives you better borrowing capacity as well,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
So it's
Yes.
changing the strategy on the same property. And that's
Yep.
exactly like, I mean, it's never about, most people would think, okay, my property has gone up 50-60% already, and how much more can it grow, so I should just sell the property. What are your thoughts on that?
I have seen those kind of people as well who normally goes about 50%, then they'll sell it. But like me and my wife when discuss, like, okay, we are able to manage the cash flow, and now it's in positive cash flow. So what's the point of selling it?
The whole idea of this 12-month review is to sort of understand and get a view on where we are, take a understanding of your financial position, and then take it forward to see if we can expand the portfolio, get things going, get it into cash flow position, which is really all about, like, getting creative with the current property. That's amazing. So overall, what would you say your experience with FMRE has been, and the journey that you've covered in 3 years with us?
Yes, overall excellent, obviously.
Thank you.
No doubt about it. Because yeah, from the start to end, how FMRE helped us to start our investment journey. That was the first thing, because obviously, as I told you before, we were fearful as well. And at that time, there was so much noise as well in the market. And we got a lot of calls from, especially for the house and build and house packages at that time. I don't know how I was about to actually at that time sign one of the contract, but then I went in one of the expo and then I met you guys and then we changed our decision. So it was really fruitful at that time, and definitely and how the FMRE help us, that's commendable. Yeah, with each and every step that within 1 or 2 weeks, yeah, we finished all the steps to get the property, and we were not sure how it was going to grow, but yes, definitely grow a lot.
You did mention about this land house compared to, obviously build that you did. Do you think that in 3 years time, wherever you were going to buy the land and house package, would that have actually even grown 50% of that value at all?
No. I have the address at that time, the client who gave me that time, I checked it just recently. It just grow around 50 to $60,000 only, and that property was around 550 to 600K. So nothing.
10% versus 50% in the same
Yeah.
time frame.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. That is absolutely nail on the coffin to actually say, don't do it on
Yeah.
your own. DIY could cost you more money, right?
Yeah.
and you instead of saving few $1,000s on buyer's agent fee, it's better you can actually get a better outcome.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
It is kind of investment as well. I would say it's not like
Mm.
that we are giving you the fees, the buyer agent, but it's an investment. And at the end, it's an investment and it's a service which we are paying for. And for that service, we are getting more than what we are paying for. So better, I would say to everyone, better to go with the FMRE, obviously. And yeah, so do not think about the service fee. Definitely, it's worth it to pay it now.